Hey guys, it's Jen. About 3 days ago, when I was getting ready to make dinner, I started thinking about the reason that a lot of people will end up failing on their weight loss journey and their new way of life is a lot to do with the food that they're eating. Like, they know that they need to make healthier choices, and they know that they need to control their portion size or cut calories or whatever the case may be, whatever diet they're following, but then they get stuck in a rut of they're eating things that they don't really like or that they think are boring, and then that can only last so long until temptation completely takes over and you go on a binge of the stuff that you think is more exciting or tastes better. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and I always try to make sure that I like what I'm eating, whether it be healthy or not healthy. Like, who wants to eat things they don't like or things that they think are boring? So I was making dinner, and I was starting to make dinner, and I was going to be making zoodles with chicken breast, in a pesto sauce, and I had decided to try and record that to show you guys what I was making and how easy it was to make. So anyway, I'm a little bit awkward with that still, because I'm not used to explaining things while I cook. I like to cook, and everyone I know thinks I'm pretty good at cooking, but actually putting a camera there and trying to explain it, I did feel awkward, because normally when I'm cooking, I'm alone in the kitchen. I'll be singing or just watching YouTube, watching something on Netflix on my phone. So I'm not used to talking about it, but anyway, I'm going to try and put this together that I recorded the other day, and hopefully it doesn't come across completely awkward and completely confusing, and hopefully it helps some of you, because it really is important that when you're starting a weight loss journey and a new way of life, that you like what you're eating, because if you don't like what you're eating, it's not going to be a long-term change that you can keep. So, I mean, obviously, most people, if we're overweight, it's because we like to eat. So, rather than trying to force yourself to eat things that you don't like or that are boring and setting yourself up for failure, try to find new and exciting ways of cooking or things that taste good, and there's healthy versions of regular foods that you like. So like the zoodles, that's a healthy version of pasta. Anyway, I'm going to try to put this together, and we'll see how this works. I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, it's Jen. I am here in my kitchen, and I'm about ready to make zucchini noodles, or zoodles, for dinner. And I just wanted to show you my process. I have this spiralizer. I'm sure it's not the most fancy spiralizer, but it's easier for me than the handheld spaghetti thing. So I use this, it's a little bit bigger than the spaghetti, the spiralizer. I took a zucchini, I washed them really good, I chopped off the ends and then put it in my spiralizer here. And then once it's in your spiralizer, you just turn the crank and it comes out in noodle shape, spiralized noodle shape. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to set them aside, because I'm going to make some chicken to go along with my zoodles. With my zoodles, I am going to have chicken. In the past, I've made this with shrimp, but today I'm going to have chicken. So I am using boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and for the sake of saving time, I've already cut it into squares. And I'm just going to add that to my pan here. I washed the chicken before I cut it. And I don't want to use oil, but if I were to use oil, I would probably use a little bit of light olive oil. But I'm going to just add some water to the pan to prevent sticking. And then I'm going to season it with Mrs. Dash, which is salt-free. This time I am using the onion herb Mrs. Dash. And so while my zoodles are boiling, I'm going to let this start to cook. So my chicken is almost cooked through, if you can see that there. Oh no, the lighting's kind of bad. But anyway, my chicken's almost cooked through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some red onions that I already chopped up. And I'm going to cook those in there for about 5 minutes. I'm also going to add some garlic that I had already minced. And you can mince it yourself using one of these garlic presses like I have, or you can buy like jars of already minced garlic. But anyway, so I'm going to mix that together and let it cook for about 7 minutes. And then, sorry, the lighting is really bad. I have a really low hanging kitchen light here, and I just realized it was making a big like sunbeam appearance. Anyway, I'm gonna let this cook for about 7 minutes, and that should cook down the water that's in there that I put in there that made it not stick. It will soften the onions and cook the garlic in nice. And then I am going to add some pesto sauce. Sometimes I make my own, but today I have to work tonight and so I don't have time. So I'm just using a jar of pesto sauce that I'll stir in and let cook for another minute or so. I have added the pesto sauce and I've cooked for another minute or so. And my chicken is pretty much done. You can see it there with the pesto sauce and onions and garlic. You can use any kind of sauce. You could, whatever sauce you prefer, marinara sauce, whatever, to add to your chicken. Or you could do shrimp, or you could do ground turkey, or anything you want. But anyway, I like the chicken. I'm not really one for ground beef. And on the Zoodles, I just personally prefer chicken or shrimp. But anyway, that is what that looks like. So it was super easy. It didn't take very long, just less than 30 minutes really to get everything prepared and cooked. So that is one of my favorite like healthy meals, the chicken and Zoodles. So now that my Zoodles are done, my chicken's done, I have put it on the plate and I have a nice dinner. That was my how-to on how I did my Zoodle and chicken breast dinner the other night. And I am going to try and get better at not being so awkward or explaining better on meal preparation videos. And hopefully I can share some of the meal ideas I have with you and what I'm cooking so that I don't get bored with what I eat. And I love watching you guys when you guys do videos on what you ate in a day, or meal prepping for the week, or even just what you're eating for dinner and how to make it. Anyway, I hope it was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.